Hello, and welcome to part 9 of Learn to Embroider with Winnie the Pooh and Friends. In this tutorial, we will begin the next quilt square, Balloons in the Rain, by adding applique and embroidery. Today, you will learn 2 new stitches, the buttonhole stitch to add the lovely detail and texture to the edge of the yellow balloon, and chain stitch to create the yellow string floating down from the cute spotty balloon. You'll also use back stitch to sew the outline of the balloon end. This video, along with the step-by-step instructions in your stitch library from the magazine, will help you to learn any new stitches, and I really hope you'll enjoy starting your Balloons in the Rain square in this tutorial with me today. For today's stitches, we are going to need the following items: Balloons in the Rain square, the yellow balloon template from the magazine, the lemon spot fabric, the Bonder web, threads number 279, which is the lemon yellow, as well as your embroidery needle, your embroidery scissors, an iron and ironing board, tracing paper and pencil, and pins. To start with, we will be adding the yellow balloon using applique, which is the technique that we've learned in video 5, and you can also refer to the know-how section from issue 5 of your magazines. As a quick reminder of the applique technique, I will begin by preparing the balloon template that is included with issue 9 of the magazine. We're first going to trace the design onto a piece of tracing paper with a pencil. And then we are going to turn the tracing paper over to reverse the design. Here I've popped a piece of paper behind to protect my surface area. Then trace the reverse design onto the paper side of your Bonder web. Then cut out the design roughly, but not directly on the line yet. Then we're going to place the rough side of the Bonder web onto the wrong side of your applique fabric and press the fusible web into place with an iron on the right side of the fabric. Then we're going to cut the shape precisely on the line. Then to apply this to our quilt square, we're going to remove the backing paper to reveal the adhesive. We're going to position the applique shape where you want it on the base fabric. And then iron the right side of the applique fabric to fuse it to the base fabric. Now this is ready to stitch the edges to secure the applique, and for today we will be using the buttonhole stitch for this. The buttonhole stitch is a classic, simple and versatile embroidery stitch known for its looped, edge-hugging structure. Follow these instructions and take some time to practice the buttonhole stitch, and when you feel confident you can use the embroidery technique to stitch the edge of the yellow balloon. So using 3 strands of thread number 279, which is the lemon yellow, I'm going to start by embroidering the edge of the applique balloon. Step 1. Push the needle and thread up through the back of the fabric, and then loop it back around and push it down and back up again very close to the starting point, leaving a loop of thread. Step 2. Take the needle through the loop. Pull the thread until a small knot forms. Step 3. To start the next stitch, keeping the needle in front of the thread tail, a stitch length along, push the needle from the back to the front of the fabric again, leaving a loop of thread. Step 4. To complete the next stitch, take the needle through the loop and pull the thread all the way through. Follow these steps to create a row of buttonhole stitches. Visually, it is recognisable by its series of loop stitches that run along the edge of the fabric, creating a tidy, scalloped or comb-like line. Each stitch forms a small perpendicular bar with a thread loop that hugs the edge, giving it a structured yet elegant appearance. When worked evenly, it produces a neat border that stands out either as a subtle edge or bold design, depending on the thread or spacing used. Buttonhole embroidery stitch is frequently used to finish raw edges of fabrics, especially in projects involving felt, wool or applique. It adds a handcrafted, tactile quality to items like blankets, table linens or children's clothing. It is also widely appreciated for its decorative possibilities. It's often used to outline shapes, add texture to motifs, or create stylized borders in both traditional and modern embroidery. The stitch adapts easily to curves and corners, making it ideal for securing applique pieces to background fabric. So once I've finished the edge of the balloon, then I will stitch the balloon tie edge using a back stitch. I'll do this also using 3 strands of thread number 279. For more information on how to do the back stitch, please check out the previous videos. I will then continue using 3 strands of thread number 279 to add our final stitch for today, which is the chain stitch, to stitch the yellow string floating down from the balloon. The chain stitch is a fundamental embroidery technique that forms a series of loop stitches resembling the links of a chain, hence its name. Step 1. Create a loop by pushing the thread up through the fabric from the back to the front and back down at the same point, and then bring the needle back up through the fabric at the bottom of the loop. Step 2. Pull the thread all the way through the loop and then push the needle back down at the same point, creating a second loop. Step 3. Push the needle up through the bottom of the second loop you've just created, pull the thread through, and then push the needle back down to create another loop. Step 4. Repeat these steps until you have created a continuous line of loops following your required design. This stitch creates a textured, slightly raised line made up of interlocking loops. The distinctive look makes it both decorative and versatile. It has been used for centuries in traditional embroidery styles around the world, including Indian, Chinese, Persian and European textiles. The stitch can be modified into various forms, such as the detached chain stitch, lazy daisy or twisted chain stitch for a more decorative effect. Chain stitch is widely used to outline motifs due to its bold and flowing appearance. It's especially popular for embroidery lettering where the smooth continuous line mimics handwriting or calligraphy. Beyond outlines, chain stitch can also be used to fill larger shapes, either by stacking rows of stitches close together or using more decorative variations. Because it has both structural integrity and aesthetic appeal, it has also been used historically in hand embroidery on garments, wall hangings and tapestries. So to finish, we're going to secure our stitch by sliding the needle under an existing stitch, making a loop and then passing the needle through the loop to make a knot. To make sure the applique is fully secured, press your finished work from the back using an iron. So that is the first section of the Balloon in the Rain square complete. I really hope you've enjoyed continuing to make your Winnie the Pooh quilt with me today, and I hope you'll join me for the next tutorial where you'll use your pink spotty fabric to create the pink balloon applique, along with learning another new stitch, the closed blanket stitch. Plus, you'll use backstitch and Danish knots to add the lovely little rain cloud outlines and filling. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.